Hello there, fellow survivors. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of a new series playing Project Zomboid called Brandenburg Shelter. If you would like to skip the details about the series or the setup of the character, please use YouTube chapters, and that information can be found in the description of this video as well. The role-playing of this series is that I am trying to set up a shelter for other survivors, of course this is single player so there aren't any, in Brandenburg. So we're going to secure a facility and convert it into a proper evacuation shelter. And if my character dies, I just continue with a new evacuation worker. So let's get started. Apocalypse. As I said, with no modifications. I'll be starting in Echo Creek. So for those that don't know, you've got Brandenburg up here, which is west of Riverside. Technically speaking, Riverside is closer to Brandenburg than Echo Creek, but Echo Creek is new, so I want to start in Echo Creek. And then before we actually hit go, we've got the shooting range weapon just west of Echo Creek, and then Akron. And then to the east, you've got Rosewood, which is a bit farther out, and Fallis Lake, which is a very small town, and then down south, Irvington. I just wanted to point it out for what the surrounding areas will be. So we'll be starting here and trying to make our way up to Brandenburg, where roughly where the PS Delilah is located. So let's call this Brandenburg Shelter. And as far as my character goes, here is the setup I have chosen. The TLDR for Build 42 is that a lot of the negative traits have been significantly nerfed, meaning it's harder to have like a min-maxed character. So I've chosen Hearty Appetite, Prone Illness, Slow Healer, Weak Stomach, Cowardly, Slow Reader. Actually, you know what? Not Cowardly and not Cat Eyes. Slow Reader, Outdoorsy, Fast Learner, Keen Hearing, and Strong. Pretty straightforward. And my name is going to be Allie here. So this is our evacuation worker. Works for me. Oh, starting off with a digital watch. I like that. And let's read the Grand Ohio Mall. Oh, you know what? That isn't a map location. Never mind. Putting on jeans instead of a skirt. I already have long socks on, so I don't need long socks. Now, we are in a trailer park. I have a pretty good idea of where I am physically within the world. Yep, okay. So the fair is just to our south. That is convenient. And then I am like a hungry little hippo for character design, so I'm definitely going to need to be stockpiling a lot of food. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and cook some pork chops, ground beef, and I'll eat the strawberries and cheese. Trying to keep the weight up. Now, the weight balance is a lot better this patch than in previous patches. But with that said, you still need to eat a whole lot when you're... oh, here, a whole pack of ice cream. Perfect. So we're just starting, and what I would like to do is to try to head to find a car. Because, I don't really want to be run around on foot for very long. And ideally to find like a weapon as well. Oh, I didn't see this milk carton. Alright, this is almost done. There we go. And my weight's already going up, which is honestly good. So there's a bit of a warehouse to our southwest. Let's go check that out. As soon as I have a writing implement, I can start marking down the buildings that I've searched, but I would need like a pen, pencil, marker, something like that first. I don't see any keys lying on the ground around these three vehicles here. And this is probably going to be locked. I don't want to use up my rolling pin to try to bash it open. I don't think it's going to be worth it. Let's try to find a better improvised weapon. And Craven, thank you for the 3 sub. Alright, well, we've got a lot of locked stuff. What do we got here? We've got another digital watch. A hunting supplies magazine. I don't need that. We do have a pen that's black, so that's going to help us start to mark down. Oh, we have all the colors now. Just about. And unlocking the trunk. But no keys. That's fine. Plastic bottle, which will be useful for hydration. I'm going to mark down the houses for sale. So this house for sale tells me where West Point is. So I open up my map. I know that West Point is here. So I'm going to create a little map marker. Call it West Point. Because I wouldn't otherwise know where West Point is. And then there's another house for sale here as well. And this one is in Riverside. Fantastic. So now we know where Riverside and West Point is. Although this house in Riverside doesn't seem to be in the center of town. But it gives us a pretty good idea if we need to be driving there. A screwdriver. Lovely. And I'll take the alcohol wipes. Now there ought to be a lot of fresh food here. This is like a little farm stand. Has bread and desserts and veggies. I'm probably going to leave this stuff here because I don't have a vehicle yet. And I don't want to, you know, over-encumber myself with all this junk. Is the rolling pin better than the tire iron? I mean, they're equally bad. I don't suspect I'm going to keep the rolling pin for very long. There's a construction site right here, so it's probably not going to be an issue. A gas can with gas in it. Holy moly. All right. Got my attention. That's going to be really encumbering. And then we have the public library information of Louisville. That'll work. Now all I need to do is find keys. We already have the gasoline. Not that that was, like, the difficult thing to search for. Oh, and I have the attention of a lot of unfriendlies. I'm gonna hold the gas can in my offhand so that I reduce its carry weight. You know, I think I am, after all, going to decide to break into this facility. The very noisy and tiring slow way. Door? Maybe... not even doing damage. Is that because of the gas can? No, I guess I can't hit it with it. Alright, fine. Just, I guess I won't break the door down. Now, sometimes these little tool sheds will have, like, a hammer or something like that. There's definitely someone in that one, though. And I did pick up a tail. To be fair, there's no way that I'd be able to break that with a rolling pin. I don't necessarily disagree. I'm just surprised that the game was like, no, you're not allowed. Do I have a red? Yeah, I have 2 red pens. I don't need both. So let's start favoriting the things that I don't want to lose. And I should probably fill up the plastic bottle sometime soon so that I have a renewable source of, well, not renewable, but a source of water. Come on. Man, you are slow. Y'all are just not trying to make an effort to actually fight me, are you? Let's go, man. What are you, paid by the hour? Unfortunately for me, none of them had anything worth a damn, but that's fine. I'll go back to my... What was I eating? Pork chop? Did I finish? I didn't finish it. Where'd it go? I guess the game thinks I finished it. I mean, I am full to bursting, so I guess that makes sense. So there's a generator here. If we need a generator, that's useful to know. And I'm not really looking to, like, wear a whole lot of clothing right now, because I don't want to get too hot. So I'm not going to put on any, like, sweaters or anything like that. Rolling pin is still in fine condition. Will I find keys here? It's locked. Also locked. I guess I'll take a matchbook. Well, that's a lot of car maintenance stuff. But I can't get that moving, so let's push on. Looking around. Oh, that is a survivor house. Let's pan back to where I am. So that would be good to investigate later. No, I don't have green. The reason I'm not going to the survivor house now is, like, I have very limited carry weight, and I don't want to be adding to my encumbrance by loading up on something. Alright, come on, vehicles. So I'm headed to the southeast. There will be a bridge soon. And then there are more vehicles out to the east. And there's the gas station up ahead, which is a good place to maybe top up my water. My character doesn't have the, like, extreme thirst trait like I normally would take, but that's because it's a cheaper trait now. It doesn't give you as many points as it used to. Sounds like it's a zombie on the second floor. Threatened to fall or something. Okay, a flyer for a tool shop in Louisville. And for a beef chunk jerky in Irvington. I'm going to mark this down as Irvington. So now we know where Irvington is, roughly. And that's why I'm picking up those magazines, just for some general basic knowledge. Hey, emergency broadcast is 90. All right, writing that down. Just a second. That's useful to know. So my my tracker isn't fully updated, like for all the things that you should be collecting, but at least we'll keep track of like skill books and tapes, which is what really matters to me. So we now know 90 Use the emergency channel. I don't really need a radio right now, though. Where is the light switch? Oh, it's over there. Sounds like there's a lot of zombies in this building. But what I was hoping to... Oh, well, that's really dark. What I was hoping to do is to go into the garage section to try to find some actual things that I can kill things with. Zero weaponry. More wrenches, tarps, a big old flashlight. That might be more than I want to carry right now, though. And then this goes out to the yard. Oh, a steel bar? That'll work. It's gonna be a little bit more durable than a rolling pin, I think. So, bye-bye rolling pin. Now, some of the magazines will have, like, recipes and the like, so you should look at the magazines. Like, this one teaches me intermediate mechanics. That's not a new magazine, but there are magazines in here which will teach you some important stuff. So collecting magazines is not necessarily a bad call. I've got some elbow pads. I don't mind the discomfort for the protection. Well, I just put it on one elbow twice. So we'll put on some elbow pads. I did it again. As long as the discomfort doesn't climb up. And then Mechanics 4. Honestly, probably don't need Mechanics 4 for, like, ever. So, truth be told, it's probably a bad thing to grab, but I grab it anyway. I hear a lot of stuff around me. A dairy bar. I don't know what that would be, but I'm gonna eat it. What's my weight at? Okay, I think they're breaking down this one. Ooh, a duffel. Got my attention. Gonna drop the gas can so I'm not encumbered. It's a cop and a convict. A holster. I like it. And let's go holster our gun. Because you start with like a 9mm. So now it's on my hip. And the duffel with a shiv. Alright. Let's go ahead and... I'm gonna favorite the pistol. Favorite the flashlight. I want to carry on my ID card. But I'm gonna put it in the duffel. Start dumping stuff in the duffels. Oh, hello. It looks like you have a bulletproof vest, though. That wouldn't be bad for protection. You did, and it's intact. Alright, I'm pretty armored. Elbow pads and... Nice. So I'm going to start loading up the duffel full of things I want to carry around with myself. For myself. Trying to lower my carry weight as much as possible. Alright, that looks good. Does my pistol have bullets in it? Yes. And then I have a bunch of magazines with bullets as well. So she has a walkie on her hip. Another bulletproof vest, but it's damaged. I don't need the walkie-talkie. Alright, let's go upstairs. Clearly, zombies had broken in. Oh, the other convict. Well, apparently this is his residence because he has a key to it. I'm going to lock it because there is a, oh, rag, rope, and a screwdriver. There is a basement, and the basement may or may not be locked. It was weird. My inventory was not displaying. My character is getting a little uncomfortable with the bulletproof vest and the elbow pads. Can you stop collapsing? I must have clicked that accidentally. Did I take the residence? Yeah, he had 2 keys, I guess. Oh, a hacksaw, I'll take that. I'm going to be a bit picky about what I'm picking up now, because I don't have wheels, as I mentioned. So I don't really want to be super slow. What the hell were you making here? Roses, poppies, and a mouse toy? Okay. Gloves and a cordless phone. Something happened here. Like, sketchy. And I don't really get it. Oh! There we go. That's not what I wanted. A shovel? If my duffel can... Yeah, let's grab it just in case my, like, metal bar breaks. Shovels make for decent weapons. It's a huge basement. Yeah, it really is. And we've got a hammer. Well, this one's quite broken, but it will have to do for now, until I can find a better one or repair it. Pipe wrench is a decent weapon to have on your hip. Another shovel, I don't need 2. Spade, tire iron, got it. Looking good. Alright. Time. I'm going to update the priority. So right now the priority is find a car that will run. Ideally one with like big trunk space, but you know, I'm not going to be too biggy. Anything that I have keys to is great because I don't have the skill points to hotwire or anything like that. So, if I'm not mistaken, I never picked up the gas can. Oh! Okay. That's done. I have a car. Let's take a look at it. It looks like a junker. And its trunk is really messed up. So it doesn't hold a lot of stuff. Engine is low quality, average loud. It's 2 of the wheels are bad. It is indeed out of gas. But, you know, it's a free car. So, comedy of the free car. I think, even with this free car, I would like to use the car to, like, drive around a little bit and see if I can't find a better set of wheels. Because this one was not hard to find, and maybe there will be, like, a car that I'll actually value. So that's what I'm going to do next, because I would like to use the vehicle in order to build up a bunch of supplies that I can then bring to Brandenburg. So the idea that I have is, we are going to be, eventually the goal of the series is to be heading to Brandenburg and to set up a, like a survival shelter, or an evacuation shelter. But, Brandenburg is not a big city, so obtaining materials from other cities are going to be important. Therefore, a set of wheels is going to be important. Yeah, last time I played here, I found like a dozen cars. Yes, and I do suspect if I drive around a little bit, I'll find plenty of cars. Alright, I don't really want this stuff. Maybe I'll keep the garbage bag. And I'll keep the ratchet wrench too. And I'm just going to transfer everything that was in my duffel into the trunk. And then I'll... Oh, you know what? I don't need the simple metal knife. Drop that on the ground. It's probably a murder weapon. Nope, stop dropping everything on the ground. It's probably a murder weapon that I wouldn't want stored anyway. And the other thing I want to do is to go into the gas station and grab all the non-perishables and load it up in the trunk. Come on. So if I do get in a firefight, I'll probably want the magazines on me. And the 9mm box on me. Actually, I'm not going to bring the 9mm box. I hope I don't get in that kind of firefight. So, yeah. Trunk's now got all the stuff I want. And let's go grab the non-perishables from here. Dog treats. Sure thing. Come on, where's the shelf? What? I couldn't find it. So sodas. Oh, painkillers. I'm gonna hold on to those. It looks like it's mostly just like liquids. But upstairs, oh yeah, here's some non-liquids. And the storage room out back did have some other stuff. That cafe might have some non-perishables, but it's mostly cooked goods. Stuff you have to cook. There we go. I forget exactly what was in the shelves over here, but maybe there's more over here. No, this is tools and the like. There are 2 heavy-duty tires here. And there are 2 bad tires on the van. But because I'm planning on shopping for a better vehicle, I'm not going to grab those. But if I don't find a better vehicle, I'm going to have you guys remind me that this area has a jack and a tire pump and all the stuff we need to pump up the van. Pump it up. Animal care. A Tale of St. Francis. Oh, an eraser. That's important. I guess I'm just gonna eat like a pig. That's good enough. And we'll go into the diner. It is getting late in the day, but I can use the upstairs apartment as a place to stay tonight. Well, that's perfectly good pancake. Oh, it's almost empty. Never mind. How would you put a canoe paddle in a trash bag? Teach me the way. I want to know. Frickin' wizard. Ooh. Ham. Onion powdered. With great determination. Zen folding. I mean, I have had, like, one of those telescoping folding ones that, like, snap together, but even then, I don't think it could fit in a trash bag. So the steel bloody that I have is, like, kind of broken. It's fine. So I know it's getting late at night, but I'm going to do a quick little drive around town to see if there's any other low-hanging fruit cars to be snatched up. Ideally vans or anything with large trunk sizes, trucks, etc. But I'll check them all. And this isn't a particularly bad building to base in either, if you're looking for that kind of thing. I am not, but if you were. So it's 9 p.m. Do a little bit more scout and scour. Good time for the game to freeze. Wait, is he wearing... Oh, no, that's his hair. Thought it was like one of those aviator, like, floppy caps. But he was naked. It's like the roleplay with this man is strong. He's into some weird kinks. Yeah, this thing handles decently off-road. To be fair, all vehicles, when you're not turning, handle pretty decently off-road. Unless it's like a really low-powered vehicle and you're got something heavy on the tow hitch. Like if I wanted to cut through a farm field, it's really not a problem. It's not realistic, but I think it would be very frustrating for the player if it was realistic and you couldn't drive off-road. So let's drive across the bridge and check the other side of Echo Creek for any vehicles that look to be in good condition. What's my favorite PC car? I really don't have one. One that works. And funny enough, I would not say one that is like 100%. I feel like if you have a car that's at 100%, you're like hesitant to use it. Because it's like, oh man, it's mint. It will never be mint again. Like, I can't ever use this. Well, unless you're using mods, you're never going to find 100%. But, yeah, I don't particularly have favorites. Although, oh, that was the mailbox, not my tire. Interesting. The for sale house is the survivor house. That's really unlucky because the survivor houses, the for sale houses tend not to have shelves for storage. So if it's a survivor house, it probably doesn't have very much. Oh well. Yeah, this van sucks. It literally just stalled out on me. You hunk of junk. I can't say I'm really spotting anything. Any other vehicles with wheels? Oh, there was a vehicle there. It looks just about as beat up as this one. So I reckon it's probably not worth investigating, given that there's like a dozen zombies around it. So I'm gonna gander that I am in the best possible vehicle that I have access to. Oh, well, I guess there's some internal storage. There's like fridges and stuff. Normally, I would say it's a really bad idea to put a... like, to carry around a generator. Oops. God, that stone just came out of nowhere. Totally at fault. Where is the generator that I'm holding? Did I... wait, what? It fell through the van. I guess you can't carry it like that anymore. Oh, great. Now it's guarded. Do you have scissors? A key ring with residences. I don't see any doors lighting up near me, so I don't know what that's to. Yeah, you did have scissors. Sweet. And then you have that like poor zombie that's just stuck in there, like knocking around. So you immediately drop it the moment you get in? Okay, I see that. I'll leave it there for now. Character's getting tired. So let's turn in for the night. It is almost midnight after all. I don't think I'm actively being followed by anything or anyone. Well, wouldn't be one anymore. They're not really people anymore. Time to get all sorts of naked. Where is the broken glass? Oh, on the outside. Okay. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow survivors.